Oh no, I do measurements because Pendleton only
I
goes.
hate doing measurements. That is like my biggest flaw when it comes to the clothing.
Yeah, no. So Pendleton actually only goes up to extra large.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
So it's really easy to do the measurements for them. So you don't do measurements with your listings?
No. I've done it a couple times when people have asked, and no one's ever bought from it, and I still sell enough without doing it that right now it's not worth my taking the extra time of getting good at it.
That's totally understandable. If you can sell without having to take that time, do it.
Yeah, if I was doing vintage, it would be a different story, obviously, because the sizing disparities, but doing basically all modern stuff.
Hello everyone and welcome to another bins video. That lovely lady across from me, her name is Taylor. Everyone say hi to Taylor. She hit me up on Instagram saying that she was due for a bins trip and she wanted to know if it'd be okay to meet me at my bins and go thrifting with me. And of course I said yes, I just needed a little bit of time in advance, and so we set a date and we met up this Monday for my normal bins trip. And she was the bestest luck ever. If you look over to my left, that is actually my cart, and there's only a couple of pieces of clothing on top. Everything else is books. She was just absolutely lovely about me spending at least 3 hours in the books before us going to the close. And she was great luck for that. So this is an American Eagle piece, and it is a larger size, and I don't know why, I just really like this. I mean, part of the reason why is that it's green, and y'all know how I feel about green things. So I figured I would give it a try because I have good luck. And as usual, if you are new here, I actually, when I go through a bin, I go through every single piece of clothing that I find. So I push everything over to the right, and I go through piece by piece and see if there's anything in here I want. I thought that was funny. Dads against daughters dating. Okay. Because that's not a trite expression at all. But Taylor is attacking the other bin and I am attacking this one, and it was just super lovely to have someone to talk to the whole time and to, like, you know, throw each other different items, because she sells mostly modern stuff, as we were talking about, and I sell an awful lot of vintage, and it was just kind of cool to chat, like, and talk shop. It's very rare that I get to thrift with another person, especially with the thrift embargo I have going on right now, where I am only allowing myself one bins trip a week, and that is because I am selling almost everything up on Whatnot, and then the leftovers from the Whatnot show are going up on eBay before the next week starts, and that is because I am massively tackling my death pile. And so this has been awesome because I could meet up with someone during my one thrift trip a week. And it's also been great because books have been back here at the bins, which has been lovely. Now, there was a 3-month period where there were no books at all at this bins, and books are priced where it's 25 cents a paperback and 50 cents a hardcover. And I didn't think about it. Thank you, Taylor.
100% silk.
It's 80s and
Okay.
Did you receive a Goodwill gift card over the holidays? If so, that's one powerful card in your wallet. Purchases made at Goodwill stores.
would that have sold? Probably. Do I want to wait for it? No.
So as I just mentioned, that's an Adriana Papel piece. It is 100% silk, but I wasn't excited about it. It wasn't something that I normally would pick up, even, you know, if I'm, you know, shopping vintage. I do love vintage and I do love the 80s, but that's not something that you think of when you think peak 80s. This is a Columbia PFG piece. This is actually one of those straight donations. It wasn't something from a store pull because it didn't have one of the little color tags on it. And so that was in great shape. And so I put it in my cart. A lot of the vintage stuff that I pick up, it's either because I personally like it, or it's stuff that's quintessential to the decade, because that's normally the stuff that sells. Now, that was a piece that had the correct fabric content because it was 100% silk, but I personally wasn't excited about it. So I knew if it didn't sell, I would probably not list it in time. So this is an Athleta piece. I have never found their workwear before. And this is an open front blazer. And it was a more modern piece. So I was like super excited about that. I'm still excited about that. I think that that's great. I was not expecting that. But again, there are a lot of resellers that have the mindset like if you're not first, you're last, which, you know, that's fair, competitive mindset and all that. But I have found so many pieces getting here at like 11 o'clock or noon. And like right now it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon where Taylor and I are sorting through the clothes right now. And I'm still finding good stuff.
Okay, give me something to look for you. Because I feel like you know what I like, but I don't know what you like. So
I do just like, I don't know, basically all the modern stuff, mostly women's.
Okay.
Not really anything specific.
So this is another super exciting find. Now this was in the regular store. You can see the little color tag, but that's a Magashoni piece. Now I set that over to the side because I wanted to check the RN number to make sure it was real. This is an Arizona piece. I was trying to see if it was vintage or not. It is not, but it is vintage style.
yes, I love how we are more embracing the crazy old cat lady. It's like, you know what, that's fine. I'm good with that.
Taylor was telling me how clothing with cats on it has done really well for her. And that's what I was discussing there. And I have also done really well with stuff with cats on it. I thought about getting this because it was wild looking, but it also had some super severe wash wear. You guys can see it just on the camera here. Like it was not cute feeling, but yeah. Sometimes I will pick up just interesting graphic tees at the bins, even if it's not necessarily branded, because I have been able to sell them both on Whatnot and on eBay. So sometimes if the design is cool enough, that's enough to take it over the edge.
You do that because you're directly across to me. You're just going to be in the video the whole time? Okay.
Not only was it a lot fun thrifting with someone else, but also I feel like I was able to cover more ground because of the fact that like we could look for stuff for each other, that as we're going
That's kind of
through,
you.
she's doing one bin, I'm doing another bin, and I felt like I was leaving less behind. And y'all know how much sustainability is a big part of why I love reselling for a living. This is a Levi's piece, and it's a men's large, and it's green. So of course I spotted it. It also has some like interesting embroidery. It has that dragonfly on the front, and it also has some Levi, like it says Levi's on the sleeve. But camo does pretty well for me, and has always done pretty well for me. So that was pretty easy of a pickup. Levi's is not necessarily a brand that I pick up all the time at retail stores. Normally it has to be, you know, one of the pairs of jeans that are currently on trend right now, or vintage, or it has to be like a substantial piece like a jacket. But it's rare for me to find any of those things at a retail thrift store that I'm willing to pay the $9.50 to pick it up for. But here at the bins, absolutely. Now this is actually vintage. Vintage New York City company, NYCC, and I thought about it, but it was cheap feeling. Now she's asking me if I want this shawl, and it is an acrylic shawl, so no. If it was wool, I would absolutely pick it up. Now I have, if you guys have watched any of these videos before, I will pick up scarves and shawls at the bins. In fact, I did pick up a couple here. But if it's an acrylic piece and it's more modern like that, and it was also heavily pilled, that is more of a project than I really want to deal with. Now, if it was wool, I might have thought about it just because that I have enough keywords that it'll be worth it. This is a pair of linen shorts for men, and it is new. I've never heard this brand, so I meant to look it up. You can see there I have a little stack on the side of things to look up, but I just decided to put it in my cart. Throwing cares to the wind. Also, if you hear me in the background, I am singing, and I am so sorry. I'm trying to talk over that. This is a Gap t-shirt. It is my size, and you guys know how much I like black, so that is going to be for me if it fits me, and if it doesn't fit my shoulders, then it's going to go up for sale and whatnot, because it is a Gap t-shirt. And those basics, like everybody needs basics, so I'm more than happy to pick them up at the bins. That's a green sweater that I looked at because it's green. Yep, totally just singing really high pitch out of key. Again, my apologies.
Nike shorts,
What size?
medium. It's another brand that for me, I just cannot make these.
Okay, they won't fit me. That's the only reason why I would get them. They're also the basic training shorts. They're not the running shorts. The running shorts I'll pick up.
The basic plain gym shorts, like I just talked about basics, but like that's too basic to wear. Like you could go to Marshall's or one of the big box stores and probably buy that exact same pair of shorts on like clearance for $5. So, you know, brand new. That's the only reason I wouldn't sell that. But the running ones I will pick up and sell at the bins if they're in good shape, or for myself, which is normally where they end up. So this is, I always bless people when they sneeze. It's more of a polite thing than anything else. I've talked about wanting to break into bras this year and also to do more bathing suits, and that was a bathing suit top, but it wasn't a brand I was familiar with. Now this is a Polo Ralph Lauren, and it is yellow, so that gold lettering means it is a more modern piece. And this is a pair of swim shorts, and they are swim shorts versus swim trunks because these have the liner inside of them. So that's a little just extra thing. I'm just checking the condition of them, and as per usual, when I find swim shorts like that, the lining was untoward. It was very gross. So those went away. So the shorts themselves were in great shape. That supposed to be white liner was not white, and so that went back into the bins. That is a nothing brand. The actual garment felt really heavy and substantial, but it was a fast fashion brand. So that is just, I try to look stuff up when it's something I've never seen before at the bins, because I feel like that's a great place to learn brands, because you're going to get exposed to the most brands all at once at the bins. This is a Lauren Ralph Lauren piece. Now I am very picky with Lauren Ralph Lauren, but you guys saw it was a green sweater in my size. So even if I don't sell it very quickly, I will be able definitely to wear it.
Well, this would have had cats on it, but it's too faded.
The cats have disappeared.
So that vintage piece absolutely would have been something I would have picked up if the graphic wasn't so horribly faded. It's an 80s piece. It has like the double t-shirt look. And it would have had this really beautiful cat graphic, which always sells super well for me, but unfortunately that was gone. Gloria Vanderbilt, I have learned not to pick up. Even at the bins, it does not move for me at all. If I wanted to resell back when eBay first started, maybe, because she was really big in the 80s and 90s, but not so much now. And if you did not know, Gloria Vanderbilt is actually Anderson Cooper's mom. I did not know that until this year. This is a Nickelodeon piece, and I'm again trying to talk over my singing. I will pick up these graphic tees again at the bins. I won't necessarily pick them up at the full retail store, but I will definitely pay less than $1 for one of these, because I will definitely be able to resell it either on Whatnot or online. This was super cute. I'm trying to learn baby stuff for resale as well, but not really hard. So I just thought that was cute, and it looked like a Patagonia better sweater. So I just put that aside to look up. Adam and Evan is not really worth it. This is a Bagolini bag. I have never found Bagolini before, so I was kind of excited about that.
Have you sold Bagolini before?
I know that I have some to sell. I don't know if I've actually sold it or not.
It's cleaning.
I decided to go ahead and pick that up to try it, and we are almost at the end of the bin here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and give you to other Bob, and she's going to do the haul with y'all. Welcome to the haul, y'all. I'm going to show you everything I picked up with Taylor at the bins. Taylor, again, thank you so much for wanting to come and hang out with me. It was absolutely lovely, and you are amazing luck, and you are welcome to thrift with me anytime. But But if you are new here, almost everything I'm going to show you is going to be available on Whatnot on Thursday. I do a Whatnot every Thursday at 7 p.m. showing my bins finds, and that is because I have exceptionally cheap sourcing at my bins. It is $1.59 per pound unless you get over 20 pounds, and then it is $1.29 per pound. So this way you all can get cheap inventory for yourself, or just something inexpensive for yourself or your loved ones. So let me go ahead and show you everything, and I will let you know if it's something that I'm going to put in my Whatnot or if it's something that I am keeping or putting up on eBay. So let me go ahead and show you. Now, I do pick up books while I'm at the bins as well, but most of those go up on my book channel. So if you are interested, I will put a link down below as well and up above if you are interested in checking out my book channel. Now, most of those books are going to go up on Whatnot. Some of them go here on eBay, and then you will see those in my What Sold videos. But let's get into the bag. First thing I'm going to show you is something that I am keeping with an asterisk. So I had a Whalebone Surf Shop t-shirt for a very long time. I donated it a long time ago, and I regret that because it was a core memory when I was young. And I found a men's small Whalebone Surf Shop or Whalebone Junction long sleeve t-shirt. Now, of course, the t-shirt I had was black because it's me. And if this fits me, because it's a men's small, I will probably be keeping it. If it does not fit me, I will put it up for sale on Whatnot. But I'm hoping it fits me because it's men's instead of women's. I've also talked about multiple times how I love selling vintage knitwear. This is a vintage Liz Claiborne sleeveless knit tank with cable knit at the bottom. It also has this like button detail down here, which I think is kind of interesting. Where is it? There it is. This button detail, so it's kind of like, I don't know, you just put it over your body and then button it up. I just thought it was interesting. And as I mentioned, I love picking up this vintage knitwear because it sells really well for me. And now before it goes up on Whatnot, I will, of course, put 2 buttons on here because it is missing some. So I will replace that button or replace all the buttons, but I will make sure it has 4 buttons. So that way this is a functioning piece before I put it up on Whatnot. So if you're curious about that, when I replace buttons, I don't disclose it because it's not really necessary unless it's on a high-end branded piece. So because all of those buttons are normally marked, so they have the brand name on it. That is a Liz Claiborne piece from like the late 80s, early 90s. So none of the buttons have Liz Claiborne on them. So if I replace all of the buttons, it doesn't matter. Versus something like, you know, Prada or Girbeau. Girbeau brands their buttons all the time, or like Ralph Lauren Purple Label. Some of those brands that label their buttons, I would not do that, or I would do that and then with a similar button and then disclose it. I don't disclose it if it is a full replacement of buttons and it doesn't matter. There you go. This next piece, I was really surprised when I looked up comps for it. This is actually something that when we were doing the last walkthrough of the bins before leaving, I saw this and I was like, oh, that is attractive. I haven't washed everything yet, but I will wash everything before I put it up. Well, as long as it's not new with tags, I'll put it up for sale. But I was like, that is a really nice shawl. And it is a shawl. And it's like blue and a beige. Really pretty. And this is La Fiorentina. And when I looked up that brand in accessories, it seems to be doing very well. So I decided to go ahead and pick this up. Also, this smells nice. Normally stuff from the bins does not smell nice. That smells like a lovely, like, ladies floral perfume. Again, it will get washed, so it won't probably smell like that anymore once you get it. But this is also something I picked up that I want to try. So St. John's Bay is something that's sold at JCPenney. It should not be confused with St. John, which is a high-end mature brand, like a designer mature brand. But I have sold some of my own St. John's pieces. And this is black, and it is corduroy. And I've talked about how corduroy is on trend, and I can also put dark academia in the title. That is, if it doesn't sell here on Whatnot. If it sells on eBay, again, I have no doubt I would be able to sell this. It is also a women's extra large. So I know some people don't like selling black items or don't like photographing black or white items because they feel like it's difficult, totally valid way to feel. Normally when that happens is I style it with something that's contrasting so that way you can see the difference. But this goes up on Whatnot first. And again, everything will be $2 and it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays. This is, I was shocked. So I found Magashoni at the bins. Now this is a white shirt, kind of. It's kind of like a poet's shirt and it doesn't have a size. So I will have to do measurements and I will try to make sure there are measurements available in the listing because again, this is at $2. And I did check the RN number to make sure that this was legit Magashoni. And it is. I did check the RN number. It is part of a group that does 3 brands. One of the 3 brands is Magashoni. So this is legit Magashoni. And it is a white poet shirt at the bins, which is insane. So those normally go for like $30 to $40, depending on the measurements. I haven't done the measurements yet, so I'm not sure. Now this is something Taylor threw to me. It does have some stains, which you can see on there, which I will be stain treating because I'm washing everything. But this is Free People. It is vintage Free People. It is green. The reason I'm holding it like this is because it has a texture I am not a fan of, and it might just be because it needs to be washed. But she threw this to me, so I will put that up. Like I said, I have great luck selling accessories on eBay, so if it doesn't sell on Whatnot, I'm more than happy to sell it myself. Same thing with this, Gap. So mall brands like Gap, J. Crew, Old Navy, I will pick up at the bins because they do sell for me on eBay. They don't sell for a whole lot, but they do sell for me. And I have sold this exact black top more than one time. It is a women's size large, and it has eyelet lace on the side. It is 100% cotton. And again, I can put up dark academia and be great with that. I love selling black clothing. It does really well for me. So if it's not your jam, it is mine and it works well for me. So you can continue to pass on it. I will be more than happy to pick up what you put down. This is a True Religions t-shirt. Again, these basics sell really well for me. On eBay, this is a size small and it just says True Religion and like caps or something. It's just a little peach t-shirt in a size small. This I wanted to try. The brand is Libby Elderman, but it is a size extra large and it's green, so of course I had to try it. And it's got little bees on it. And this is I think a polyester blend or a viscose blend. Or maybe it's one of all of the above. Let's see. Polyester, look at me. Polyester, it's just a green little tie front shirt, polyester shirt with bees on it. I just thought it was cute, so I picked it up. It's a great size, and I've never heard of that brand before, so I figured I'd just try it. This is Old Navy, and this is a 2XL, and it's a Rolling Stones t-shirt. So it's a Rolling Stones reprint. Perfectly happy with that. Between the size, the recognizable brand, and the band, I figured that was a pretty easy sell. Now, the bags I don't put up on Whatnot normally, but I am going to put this one up on Whatnot. It is a Bagalini bag. It does need to be washed. It is grody inside, but that just requires, you know, my cleaning. I will link that video up above as well. It is baking soda and Dawn dish soap. If I just, you know, turn this inside out, because I can wash this, and do that to the inside, it'll come out perfectly. But this is just a Bagalini crossbody. I've never found a Bagalini bag before, but I have been told that they do well. I know that Lori Tata does pretty well with them, so I will try that. Now this one I am going to sell myself because it's going to take me a while to clean out because it's leather, and it is a Fossil leather bag. Beautiful brown. It has the handles and also the crossbody. I do need to clean both the inside and the outside, but otherwise it's in great shape. And again, I've talked about it before, the bags in my area, very few of them actually get sold at the bins. Most of the people are just going through them to find money, and it's still super weird to me that that is the case. They're not actually wanting to buy the bags, they just want to get the money out of the bags.
I mean, you do you, but that's still weird to me. All right, this is Lauren Ralph Lauren. Again, you can see why I picked this up. It is a size medium, so this might actually fit me. Lauren Ralph Lauren green cowl neck, like waffle knit sweater. I don't know. It's just cute, and it might fit me. So if it does fit me, I can wear it until it sells, unless it sells on Whatnot, and then you can sell it. Or keep it for yourself. Either way works. It's not like I don't have plenty of sweaters on my own. This is Pendleton. This is one of the items that Taylor threw to me. It is Pendleton Petite. And she threw it to me because it is wool. It doesn't have any holes. She threw it to me because it doesn't have a size. Now, if you did not know, Pendleton only goes up to an XL. Not very size inclusive. So it's pretty easy if I do the measurements on this to figure out what size it is, because they have set sizes and they are not size inclusive. So they have 5 sizes. That's it. So I will measure that and then of course list it up. But I've sold so many Pendleton pieces at this point, especially from that one big vintage buyout. It's an easy pickup. This I picked up for size, style, and brand. Now, I know I'm not going to get a whole lot for it, but because of those 3 items, I decided I would give it a go. It's American Eagle. It is a men's 2XL, and it's in this wild, like, granny core tapestry print. It is 100% cotton, and like I said, it's a men's 2XL, but it's American Eagle. And I have never seen something like this, and there is a adage here on YouTube where ugly sells. And I don't necessarily find that ugly. I feel like someone would have to be very confident to wear that and would easily pull it off. Like, confidence pulls off most outfits, to be honest, in my personal opinion. So that is going to go up. This is another item that she threw to me. This is Chico's Travelers. It's a size 3, and it is a black skirt, but it's like knee length skirt, or just below the knee. Now, she passed it to me because it does have stains on it that I do need to get out. And by stains, I mean it's got some like crunchy bits on it. Definitely needs to be washed. But super easy to do that. Size 3 on Chico's. I've talked about before how I love Chico's Travelers because it travels in and out of my store. So I will put that up as well. There's a lot of green. A lot of green in this. This is a Columbia piece. I pick up Columbia, Eddie Bauer, and L.O. Bean whenever I'm at the bins, if I can find it in good condition, because they sell well. It's a pair of Columbia women's size 12, like hiking shorts. Beautiful green color, lots of pockets. These have zip pockets in the back. Happy to pick that up. Another piece, I could not say no to the green. This is Levi's. This is Levi's. Levis. I got some Levis for you. It's Levi's. This is a men's size large. I picked this up. It does need a little bit depilling. I will happily take a sweater shaver to that. But it's a Levi's large crew neck in men's, and it is camo. So green camo does really well. Camo seems to be a universal thing that never goes out of style. Since it was introduced as something you would normally wear, hasn't left fashion since then. This is 10th and Cohen. I meant to look this up, but I just decided not to bother because it's a size 2XL, and it is a pair of linen shorts in this nice light gray color. Now, they are also a little see-through, because if you don't know, linen is a little see-through. So I hope you're wearing underthings when you wear these. But I picked them up because they were also new. New without tag, but it still has a little thingy on it. So it's a 2XL pair of linen shorts that I don't know how that brand does, but I figured I'd give it a go. Now this is a women's Athleta piece. It is a size 6, and I have never found their workwear before. I don't think this is gonna fit. It's gonna barely fit me because of my shoulders. Yeah, ugh. But this is a size 6. Again, my shoulders are not happy with this adjustment, but Athleta size 6 open front blazer. Again, this could be yours for $2. I know that not only does their modern activewear do well, but their active workwear does pretty well too. Like the workwear that's supposed to, you can wear that like from office to studio. And we have another Columbia piece. This is men's. This is a PFG pair of light khaki shorts. They are size 40 with a size 10-inch inseam, and they are the Columbia PFG line. That's an easy pickup for me. This is something else Taylor threw to me. This is a size medium, and I don't know the brand. The brand is Jack Wolfskin. So it's a size medium, and this, like, I don't know if this is a dad hat or what. I don't know exactly what style of hat this is called, but she said those were doing pretty well. The next item is a Nike Pro piece. This is a size large, and it's a light green camo. Now, I'm going to try these on. If they fit me, I will keep them. But I can't tell if this is a women's size large or a kid's size large based on the way that they look. If they are a kid's size large, of course, I will list them up on Whatnot. If they are a women's size large, I may end up keeping them if they fit me. But I couldn't tell because Nike Pro is their compression line. So some of their stuff already looks really small, but it's supposed to because it goes, but I don't know. So I will wait to find that out. I picked this up because it was new with tags. This is an Express, like, moto jacket. Well, I don't know if it's called moto. I don't know how to describe this jacket. It's not quite moto because to me, moto has a very specific style. But I guess maybe this would be a moto jacket. I don't know. It's a size 6. It is this khaki color. It is new with tags. Here's the tag. But again, it's brand new and it's Express, and I've done really well with Express, so I picked that up. This is another Gap piece. It's a size medium. I think something that I decided to pick up to wear until it sells, maybe. Probably. I'll wash it first. I have to wash almost everything before I try it on because I'm so allergic to everything. If you don't see it listed, it's because it's going in here, just so you know. I picked up this Nickelodeon piece because I'm a sucker for that. Obviously, I'm a sucker for graphic tees. So this is in great shape. It has all of the 90s cartoons on there, and this is a men's size large. We're almost at the end, guys. And then we have a pair of Levi's black cargo shorts. This has no size tag in it, so I am gonna have to do measurements for it. Looks like it was removed, or I just can't find it. Like, it has all the other tags in here, I just can't find the size tag. So I will do measurements for it. Again, something that is stained that I will need to get out, but I've told you guys before how well I do with black garments, so that will be easy. And then, is this the last thing? It is the last thing. When I went thrifting with Taylor, like, I go to the bins once a week. You guys know that. Once a week, I do the bins, these bins videos, and then I do the whatnots. And so this is the only shopping I'm allowing myself right now, is to go to the bins, and that's it. And because of the fact that Taylor was with me and we were constantly talking to each other as we were looking, I have never had so many people talk to us. Like, nobody talks to me the way that people were talking, and I think it was just because we were already having a conversation, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a stranger to that bins. I go there once a week. Taylor, this is like, you know, she's been there before, but I guess the first time thrifting with somebody. And then also Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine. But Lorraine was also there again. So Lorraine, I know you're having a knee surgery. I hope that went well and that you are starting a very quick recovery, so thank you. But because of the fact that I was talking and we were talking, a lot of other people were asking us questions, and because of that, this lady came up to us and she was like, "Are you two resellers?" And I was like, "Yeah, we are." She was like, "Well, here, this is worth $150. I can show you myself. This is probably brand new, $150. The resale value is not there. It's like, you know, $25 to $40. It just depends on the piece." But this is Jeremy Argyle NYC. It is 70% cotton, 30% wool. It is a size large, and it is an orange hooded sweater. So it is a wool blend orange hooded sweater in a men's size large. And by Jeremy Argyle. So we were like, yeah, sure, if you don't want it, I will take that. I offered it to Taylor first. She said, no, thank you. So I picked it up from this lovely lady that decided to approach her. She's like, I don't do reselling, but I figured somebody would want this and nobody in my family would be able to wear it, so here. And that happens at the bins. The bins can be a wonderful and terrifying and almost always a visceral experience, so take that as it will. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Hopefully you will join me for the whatnot on Thursday, and if not, I hope you will join me in my next video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye! Bye.
Hero, hero, I wanna be a hero.